You find me this early morning in the Jewish Ghetto in Venice. It was established in the early 1500s. Jews had been living and working in Venice for centuries, but a Jewish population explosion occurred in the late 1400s. With unrest in other parts of Europe, Jews came in large numbers to the more tolerant atmosphere of the Venetian Republic. The term ghetto, coined here, has spread throughout the world to eventually mean any population that is segregated in one geographical area, be they Jews or not. The origin and meaning of the word is a matter of dispute. Perhaps the most common one is that the word derived from the former function of this area of Venice. It was the site of the city's foundries, whose word in Venetian dialect resembles the word ghetto. By the end of the 1500s, this was a thriving neighborhood. Residents, shops, banks, and synagogues. Though they were confined to living here, and they were locked into the neighborhood at night, Venice's Jews were vital to Venetian economy and culture. They could lend money, sell used goods, and counted among their population the city's most sought-after and respected doctors. While touring the neighborhood the other day with our guide, Francesco Zanchi, I couldn't help but think of the mythical Anatevka of this summer's Cincinnati Opera production of Fiddler on the Roof. Brought to life in the original Shalom Aleichem stories, the Jews of the Ukrainian shtetls lived a life similar to the ghetto residents of Venice. The Anatevkans were at the same time members of a large community and apart. They lived alongside non-Jewish Ukrainians, Poles, Lithuanians, and Russians in the so-called Pale of Settlement, which was actually an enormous ghetto, an area of the Russian Empire where Jews could live and work, if only in certain professions. The Anatevkans of Fiddler lived, loved, worked, studied, and worshipped in a community. Whatever restrictions and racism they faced, they were united by traditions and faith. The shtetls perished in the Holocaust of World War II, and this Venetian ghetto faced a similar fate. By the early 1940s, Venice had only a few hundred Jewish residents, but 246 of them were sent to the death camps in Mussolini's cooperation with Hitler. In recent decades, this neighborhood has started to come back to life. Several hundred Jews once again live in Venice. 2 synagogues have been restored. Restaurants and museums are anchoring the neighborhood. There are the beginnings of a community again. And for me, that is one of the key joys to anticipate our Fiddler on the Roof. While it may be about specific people and in a specific time in history, the fictional Anatevkans want what we all want: a place to call home, a place to celebrate, a place where we can gather to mourn, to learn from one another, and to remember that our similarities always outnumber our differences. I hope you'll join us this July for the timeless and universal messages of Fiddler on the Roof. Tevye says it best: to life. For Cincinnati Opera, I'm Evans Mirages.